An execution likely to go forward. You've got news from the Tennessee News Channel. I'm Chris Davis.
Byron should have never been put on death row in the first place because of his intellectual disability. We're just pleading for mercy on his behalf.
Kevin Riggs, pastor of Franklin Community Church, was part of a group of people making pleas to the governor Monday.
We have two things to present to you today. One is a letter to Governor Lee from the men on death row. Yes, sir. Inviting him to come pray with them.
But the strongest chance for stopping the execution, appeals to the U.S. Supreme Court, were turned down Monday. The execution of Byron Black by lethal injection for the 1988 killings of Angela Clay and her 6- and 9-year-old daughters is set for 10 o'clock. If you saw the blue lights and chopper and the police dogs Monday afternoon near John Bragg Highway in Rutherford County, deputies were looking for 43-year-old Joseph Beard of Dixon, an inmate who walked away from a work crew. He was in jail on a probation violation. All of the SWAT teams and the cops in the Jackson area were looking for Austin Drummond, the man suspected of killing 4 people last week in Lake and Dyer counties. Last week, 2 people were charged with helping him after the murders, and Monday someone else was added to that, De'Ara Sanders of Jackson, charged with accessory. If you know who it was, that was in a maroon Jeep back on June 10th at Rosa Parks and Clarksville Pike that shot up a rented Tesla, wounding the man inside. Metro Nashville police are looking for that info. They hope to help and make an arrest. You're up to date with news from the Tennessee News Channel. I'm Chris Davis. An accused killer caught with the help of the people. With news on the Tennessee News Channel, I'm Chris Davis. People in Jackson and the entire state may sleep better with the capture of Austin Drummond.
A couple of encounters with Drummond changed that methodical search to a dynamic one.
Jackson Police Chief Tom Corley with specifics on the capture at a Tuesday afternoon press conference.
Just after 8 o'clock a.m., we received multiple calls of sightings of the suspect. Placing resources there immediately resulted in an additional citizen's call at about 8:57 a.m.
The chief says Drummond had been staying at a vacant pool house. The execution of Byron Black carried out Tuesday morning.
The statement is from Lynette Bell. I thank God for this day, a day that was a long time coming.
A representative of the victim's family, Catherine Sweeney, was one of the witnesses and is a health reporter with WPLN.
He told his advisor, "It's hurting so bad," and she said, "I'm so sorry."
Black was pronounced dead at 10:43. An argument over a crying child Monday was what led 18-year-old Lamont Garrett to pull a gun from a backpack and point it at an apartment complex staff member while Garrett and his girlfriend were there in the leasing office, say Metro Nashville police. He's been charged with aggravated assault. A rare clouded leopard cub was born back in July at the Nashville Zoo, and they say you can see it now. The zoo staff is hand-raising it because it's a threatened species, and it's at the zoo's HCA Healthcare Veterinary Center. You're up to date with news from the Tennessee News Channel. I'm Chris Davis. The meaning of Byron Black's execution. You've got news from the Tennessee News Channel. I'm Chris Davis.
He was groaning in pain, saying, "Whew." A lot.
Catherine Sweeney, health reporter for WPLN and witness to the execution. It was the first documented lethal injection where the person had an implanted defibrillator, and it took about 15 minutes. After, the victim's family had a representative read their statements.
37 years is too long, and it's not our fault. He got to take that up with the Master, the Redeemer. He brought this on himself.
Black died 10:43 Tuesday morning. Also Tuesday morning in Jackson, Austin Drummond, accused killer of 4, was put in cuffs.
We took advantage of that quickly evolving situation and made the arrest at 9:05 a.m.
Jackson Police Chief Tom Corley says citizens saw Drummond and told police.
I'd like to introduce you right now to Officer Trout, Officer Compton, and Officer Drown. They were there and reacted immediately and are responsible for the apprehension of Austin Drummond.
He had been staying in a vacant pool house, but still coming outside. A woman was hit and killed by an 18-year-old man driving a pickup shortly before 11:30 Tuesday morning while she crossed Old Fort Parkway in Murfreesboro, police say at a crosswalk. It was unclear if the driver will be charged. You can still see Pinky the elephant, but at Clean Getaway Auto Wash on Charlotte Pike, just down from where he stood for years at a car dealership, thanks to guitar repairman Spencer Connell. News 2 reports Connell fixed Pinky's holes, repaired and repainted him, and he'll stand now as a symbol of car cleanliness. You're up to date with news from the Tennessee News Channel. I'm Chris Davis. The company may be boring, but what they do isn't. With news from the Tennessee News Channel, I'm Chris Davis.
Soon, Nashville will be home to the Music City Loop.
Governor Bill Lee with the Monday announcement of a tunnel from the airport to downtown Nashville from Elon Musk's company.
The Boring Company is developing the most cutting-edge transit systems in the world, and they could have taken their next underground loop anywhere, but they saw something unique about Tennessee.
Some projections say it could be operational in just over a year.
We're grateful that we were able to save a portion of this home. We're grateful that the mother and the other child were able to still be here with us.
That mom's 2 4-year-old children died in a fire at a house near Percy Priest Lake in Hermitage Monday. Kendra Loney with the Metro Nashville Fire Department says the kids were pulled out of the house about 4:30 Monday morning.
Hopefully there are some lessons that others can learn from this incident today.
Now the job is to find out what caused the fire. 2 people apparently shot each other Monday afternoon about 2 in Spring Hill at the Worthington Glen apartments. That's according to the police department, who said there was no danger to the public. Police have ID'd them only as 2 adults. The curtains were blacked out and people on West Burton Street were suspicious. So about 2 months ago, they called the cops. Monday, Murfreesboro police announced that an illegal casino had been busted inside that business and 2 people had been taken to jail charged with operating the place. You're up to date with news from the Tennessee News Channel. I'm Chris Davis. Perry County schools take the day. I'm Chris Davis, and you've got news from the Tennessee News Channel. That's the entire district. Teachers and students, they have the day off because of an online threat discovered Sunday and brought to the attention of the district director by the sheriff. Neither one of those men publicly discussed what the threat said, and no arrests have been announced. It's no to the notion of rezoning in the nations for some people in the neighborhood who believe more apartments and more townhouses would make for overcrowding and a stark lack of parking. They discussed the potential rezoning at a Sunday neighborhood meeting, telling their council member they don't support the idea, but Rollin Harton says he believes he has the support to get it done, potentially at the next Metro Council meeting. The towering flames about 11 Saturday morning gave notice to a dozen families who lived at the Bellevue Apartments on Highway 70 that their time there was up. They lost everything in the fire and are having to look for a place to start over. As far as what started it, fire investigators have given indication that a dryer may have been the culprit. 19-year-old Sinur Najib created a situation for himself Saturday night, say police, when he was cutting donuts in the parking lot of Flora and Decor on Cane Ridge Road in an unregistered Dodge Charger. When the blue lights came on, he charged indeed, sideswiping a car and leading the cops on a chase down I-24 and Murfreesboro Pike, where he lost tires thanks to spike strips. Finally surrendering and admitting to the crimes, a felony record may now be in his future. You're up to date with news from the Tennessee News Channel. I'm Chris Davis.